Evening all, welcome to our latest edition of Big Game Players with myself, Super, and my co-host, Banjo.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's all right. Super, how are you?
Flying.
Yeah, I bet
Flying.
you are. I bet
Yeah,
you are.
flying tonight. I know it gets released on a Tuesday, but yeah, we record obviously the night before for those that are curious. And yeah, absolutely buzzing after that result tonight.
I
So
was wondering what mood you're going to be in.
it was one of those funny games where we, first of all, with the selection of the team, I was a bit, when I saw Zoboszlai right back, I was thinking, I don't know what that's about. We've
I
got
think,
two right backs on the bench.
yeah, but you can see what I think what he did with that. We'll talk about Newcastle, Liverpool, obviously, but I
Yeah,
think what he did with that on his slot, I think he because you could see Szoboszlai was playing inverted. He was coming into the middle a lot, and I think it was mainly maybe to getting a bit of an overload in there, taking into account the Newcastle midfield.
yeah, but when you've got
'Cause-
two dangerous wingers like that, you do need fullbacks. And he had
yeah,
two on the bench. There was not, and at times tonight, I think we struggled. But look, Zoboszlai did his best in there.
I think in
Uh,
the first 30 minutes, though, their midfield was dominant. It was, even though he was coming in there, coming inside. But that trio of Tonali, Joe Linton, and Gimenez, that was fantastic. First half hour.
it's up amongst the best. I mean, look, Liverpool obviously we've got Gravenberch there. We have got Zoboszlai. We've got Wirtz still finding his feet. Curtis Jones in there tonight. McAllister unfortunately missed out about
Yeah.
partner about to give birth, and there were times in that second half, especially when we were two up. My God, could we have done with him getting his foot on the ball and can
Yeah, this is the
controlling matters
thing.
a bit?
Is that the thing now with football? Like when their partners or wives about to give birth, they miss the game. That was never a case before.
It's a big thing, isn't it? Come on, we're both dads, Banjo.
Oh, it's a
It's a
massive thing.
big thing,
But
and
I've never. But I always thought the.
I don't see you going to work the day that your missus gave birth.
I didn't. But to be fair, I, if I was playing football, I might have. No, I'm joking. No, yeah, I know what you're saying, but it was never. It was never. It was never the. It was never a thing before. Football always
Yeah,
took priority.
yeah.
Football, especially
So
when there was a game on the night. But no, but having said that, whatever you're mentioning, yeah, McAllister was a big miss, but that midfield absolutely dominated
well,
first half hour. You couldn't get out. You couldn't get out.
I think it was. You say that, Banjo. I think it was more the second half when they had 10 men. They
No,
started really like. I mean,
well,
they
it
were
was
all
well.
good, but Wimmer especially Bruno tonight. Wow.
Yeah, what a performance he put in today. He just never gave up. He was from the start to finish fighting. Um, no, he gave
I'll,
everything. He gave everything. He worked his
I'll,
socks off. But a
I'll
really good
tap up
player.
my mate's FSG, see if we can get him in a double deal with Isaac.
Bloody hell, I
Get,
wouldn't
get,
mind him at United.
get that
Bit of
done this week.
tenacity.
But
Yeah, but you say that like if we're to talk about the game, but you say second half. Well, that was the second spell. Really, what Liverpool had today was three moments. The Gravenberch goal out enough, one
yeah,
against one player out enough. Great strike. Second half, you sucker punched them like literally. They got caught cold, and you
well,
just
even Slot missed that one.
yeah. Even Slot missed it. Missed it. It was coming up the stairs. It was like, what's going on? And
It's a
and then the
Keith,
third one
another good
right at the
finish.
end.
That's a Keita looking like he knows where the net is.
Yeah, he's a good finisher. That was a good goal, second goal. But you got, but then we got the I think what we thought would change the game was the Anthony Gordon sending off, which was
Yeah.
the correct decision. Silly tackle, absolutely stupid to do that.
Did he
But
did he let his team down tonight?
of course he did. Of course he
Did
did.
he kill his team?
Well,
Could it have
if
been
I
a
was him in
different
the change
outcome?
room, well, he should be apologising because those players they gave everything they had out there and they almost come away with something and probably should have. And had they had 11 men, I'm not saying they definitely would have won or anything like that, but they'd have a better chance. I think he let his team down. But the way Newcastle fought, courageous display. But it wasn't enough. The young kid, 16-year-old,
Rio.
soon to be 17. But
He's
yeah,
been making strides in pre-season, Rio.
yeah, I've been
He's
following
been
that as
making
well.
some strides in pre-season. It weren't sort of, it's not. He's not come from nowhere. He was
No,
making strides in
I know, yeah,
pre-season,
yeah.
and in actual fact, the rumor is there's talk coming from Liverpool that the reason, because I've mentioned we need three players, a centre forward,
Mm.
a left winger to give Cody back up, and a centre back. But the big rumours coming out of Liverpool is they don't want that left winger because they don't want to block Rio's path.
Which is the right thing to do.
It's putting a big leap of faith if Cody does get injured and you need someone for a sustained 5-10 game period.
Yeah,
You're relying on a soon to be 17-year-old lad.
yeah. Maybe that's a bit too much, but for him to come in and do what he did today, dream debut, showed no nerves. Was that his first touch? Was that his actual foot?
No, he had one where he dribbled.
Did he have one
He
before?
had a little dribble where he dribbled.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, yeah.
He ran at him. But
yeah.
Do you know what? When I saw him coming on, I thought he's going to run at him a bit because that's what he does. He runs at players.
Yeah.
And then obviously Salah gets the ball. He puts it across the box. I mean, you can't talk about that goal without looking at Zoboszlai's part in that goal.
No, of course.
Yeah. No, 3 points.
3 points for Liverpool. You must be really, really pleased with those points because at one point it wasn't looking. You basically snatched it away from them. You snatched the game.
One thing, Banjo, I've learned about Liverpool over the last 8-9 years from what Klopp instilled. We're mentality monsters. When it matters, we can come up with the goods.
Yeah, of course.
It's not coincidental. It's not a chance.
But even today was.
There's time on the clock. We can score goals.
Yeah, of course. But even today would have been like. I think they'll be on the coach thinking, "How the hell did we get those 3 points today?" Even that, I think. I know what you're saying. Of course, teams which win trophies and leagues and whatever, they've got to have that mentality to fight until the very end. And that's what Liverpool did to a certain extent. That's what they did today in a way. But they'll still be thinking, how the hell did we get those points? But I'll tell you something,
it's a horrible place to play. I mean, Newcastle.
Oh, always has. Yeah, always. Yeah, especially.
They pump those ball ups. Dan Burn and Joe Linton.
Yeah.
They're throwing those balls in the box non-stop, and it's just horrible. It's horrible to.
But you know
they can play a bit as well.
That's what I mean. It's not. We're not talking about Stoke here.
No, they can mix it up.
They can play. They can mix it up. But what I like about him,
Langer, blimey.
Yeah, he did well. But I'll tell you what
he must be up there with the fastest players in the Prem.
Yeah, he's relentless as well. Keeps coming at you.
I know a team that let him go once, but yeah. We could talk about
another local lad who's ended up elsewhere. I just don't get what that club's doing, but what they were doing. But the thing is, we'll say, great team spirit they've got, great spirit there, determination and fight. What they do for each other. Eddie Howe's done really, really well there, but it's been a bad night for them.
Well, they've lost a player. They've lost a forward when they're short in that position.
Well, Gordon's now going to miss 3 games via suspension.
Which is terrible for my fantasy football team, but yeah.
Yeah. Joe Linton looks like he's got a muscle injury, thigh muscle injury, means quad injury, which I don't think is the kind of thing you're going to recover in a few days. So I'm expecting him to miss a couple of games.
Tonali had...
and Tonali's shoulder went.
And did Shah's concussion.
Shah will recover by next week, I'm sure. But Tonali, I think it's been a really bad night for them. It's not just, they haven't really had the rub of the green, have they, in the last couple of months?
I'll take the night. Of
course you would.
Onwards
great game, really good spectacle as well. I thought once the second goal went in second half, I thought when Liverpool scored, especially against Tottenham, I thought, wow, this is just not even worth watching now. But no, it was a great game.
We weren't going to analyse in too much of the goals. I mean, obviously, Kirkes could have done better with
much better. Come on, that was poor
with that first goal.
What's he doing, turning his back there? That
I
was
think
just
Canate could maybe have done
very
a bit
weak.
better with the other goal, where Rossi has run
Canate,
off the back of him. It's come off his back. He hasn't started the season well, but
he's had a shocker.
there's a lot of unsettlement. He's in the last year, so
He wasn't great in the first game of the season against
yeah.
Bournemouth.
I don't think
And
that Mark Guahi's coming in for a sub role. Put it that way.
no, he's going straight in. And he weren't great today. He really wasn't. And like you say, he had a part to play in that goal.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, yeah, but he did well last season. He did
yeah,
do well last season. So
yeah.
yeah, well, we see this is the week of the final week of the transfer window. So we'll see what happens there.
Right. Away from that game, I think the
Yeah.
next game that warrants speaking about next,
Hmm.
and the gripe actually with you.
Me?
Yeah,
Why?
because I've had people coming up to me this week saying to me, I like that banjo. I like listening to him, but tell him to get off Spurs' back. And they feel that you've got beef with them. I don't know if it was since
Well,
Bilbao or whether it's an ongoing thing. But
I don't
there's
have.
certainly something there that's
Nah,
unfolding.
I think it. What? Listen, to be honest, I'm surprised they're coming for me rather than you. You're the one who actually said, "What does that club actually expect? What do they want?" They're basically like a nothing club
I,
or
I
something. The
just
way you
said
were talking.
I just said get rid of Ange, which they did, and no doubt they did get rid
Yeah,
of
but
Ange.
then
And I
yeah, but
did
then you
say it was the right thing. I've been calling it for a while. They've got a
yeah, but
manager in now who's got them looking organised, got them playing well. And
yeah,
let's talk
yeah.
about that. We watched that game together on
No, but I
Saturday.
need to address the accusation.
We can do that later. Look, they know
Okay.
who you are. They know what you are. They know what you do. They know you don't like them. Let's
I
not worry
don't care. I
about
don't
anything
mind Spurs. Couldn't care less. But
else. But
let's not go above our station here. That's all I'm saying.
well, I'll pass that. I'll feed that back to the sources where it came from.
Yes,
But
please.
well, they'll be listening now that they hear it themselves.
They might not be after that last week. So
Right. That game,
yeah,
Spurs look good.
very organised. They're very, very organised. Their pressing game was really good as well. Um, they did
I
look good.
think has he got them a bit more aggressive there?
Yeah, I think so. I think the way they hunt for that ball is with more aggression and more something more about them. It's like a bit more tenacious in doing so, maybe. But they did that really, really well. And I don't think other than one save Vicario did in the first half, they didn't really look in trouble, did they?
No, Mamouche had that chance, didn't he? That's the one you're talking
That's the one
about.
I'm talking about. Where
Yeah,
Vicario,
Haaland slipped him in.
yeah,
Apart from that, not really. I mean,
but they were
Richarlison's
given
had
a
a lot of
give.
stick.
Why?
Well, no, Richarlison's had a lot of stick,
Oh,
but
in the yeah, but
previously,
he's a good player. I always thought he was a good player. Just needs to stay fit. Needs to stay fit. I think if you've got a good team around him, he'll do well. And he's doing well. Um, they
two,
were given.
two, two clean sheets as well, right, for
To,
Spurs.
well, there you go. That's all. They've already moved that on from Ange. How many clean sheets did he get apart from the
Probably
final
had
with Bilbao?
two in his 2 or 3 years there.
Yeah,
But
that would have been the final. But no, definitely they look more of a team. They're not organised, and they haven't really done a lot in the summer in terms of bringing players in, and they already look a much better side. Fair enough, they haven't got the injuries they probably had last season, but no, very good performance. They were given a gift by Trafford, and they took it.
yeah, I was going to come on to Trafford. Like, obviously, that's moved on a Donnarumma rumor.
Mm, apparently, he's agreed terms with Man City.
We'll see, but yeah, that's a talk now. He's not really their type of. Well, he is their keeper in terms of keeping the ball out of the net, which is something that some of
But
the
playing
others have
from the
struggled.
back, and obviously he's very different from Edison. I mean, they brought in Edison, especially. Obviously, he's a top goalkeeper as well, but they brought him in especially because he's so comfortable with the ball at his feet.
With
And
Edison,
Donnarumma's not. That's not the case with him. So,
I think it got to a stage where I think 5 years ago, people were comparing Edison and Allison,
I mean, it
and
was.
some were even giving him the edge because apparently he was better with his feet, better kicker. But his positioning and his actual saving shots was a bit suspect at times.
Yeah, yeah.
And
He's
ultimately, that's what you want your goalkeeper to be doing.
well. The first and foremost, you want your keeper to keep the ball out of the net. That's
And
number one.
Trafford the other day, I mean, don't know what he was doing. I mean, he's been gifted a good chance this season
Yeah.
to go sort of,
Well,
and then
that second goal
it's a
for
shocker.
Spurs,
Killed him.
yeah, and that killed them. That was it done. You expected City's second half to get going and maybe come at them and start putting them under pressure and probing and whatever. But that second goal really killed them. And then Spurs really just stayed organised, stayed determined, and saw the game out. Really good result.
Rodri back, that will help City going forward.
Yeah, of course it will. But it's good. Listen, let's not expect miracles straight away. He's been out for a very, very long time. He's going to need. I believe he's going to need a few games to get up to speed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let's talk about your boys.
yeah,
Fulham,
yeah,
you went yesterday.
yeah. I was there. Listen, uh, we okay. I'll talk about before I talk about the performance. I'll talk about we need to start winning. It's got to come a point where we've got to start winning games. Yeah, look. Normally a draw for them away. It's an away game. Okay, right. Take a draw maybe. But we need to start winning games. And
Does
I
he know
thought the
how to
first,
win games, Banjo? Does
well,
this guy know how to win games? Does
I
it
don't know.
does have
I
to be
don't know.
practical, or is he
I
just
don't.
about a style of football and what the result
Well,
is? Because
well, it's
I'm
not.
starting to think that now with this guy.
Well,
I think he's
possibly.
got a style, and I'm going to play this style. And if we win, great. If we don't win, that's all right.
No. He's not stupid. He knows he needs to win. Does he know how to win a game? In certain moments where you can see the game going one way or the other, and does he know how to see the game out, or does he know how to win it? I don't know. But the first half yesterday, I thought we played well. We
Good.
had chances.
Agree.
Unlucky not to go ahead. Missed the penalty. Wasn't a good penalty, but Kuna hit the post. He had another chance where he pulled the ball out of the sky and
Yeah,
put it
really
on
good.
half volley.
Really good
Yeah,
ball down, actually.
I think maybe once he got it down, probably should have scored after that. But it was a great save from Leonard. Anyway, we were unlucky not to go ahead. But
But before
second
we
half was
move on
average.
from the before we move on from the first half,
What do you want to talk about? Oh,
I want to talk about Bruno and the referee getting in his way. Walked behind him, and I saw it at the time. I was watching it on
did
the
you notice
TV,
it?
and I was watching it with someone, and they didn't see it straight away, but
What
I
did you
saw
think?
it,
What did you
and
think of
I
the
saw
stop?
it. It was irking him. He was like looking behind him,
It
and I
rattled him.
saw it was annoying him.
But I don't think you could use that as an excuse to score the penalty.
And I
But
think after the game,
I
he
mean,
said it annoyed him that the ref didn't apologise.
yeah, it rattled
But
him.
but the referee did kind of walk behind him, and I saw him walk. He walked in his
Nudged
path.
him.
They almost like
You know these players. They when they're about to take penalty, they got their routine, they got their zone, whatever they're
well, he
doing,
went back, picked the ball up, and went
and he
through it
had to
all
go for.
again. And
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm. I don't think even Bruno did. Can't use that as an excuse for missing the penalty, but it rattled him. It rattled him.
and
The
someone in
referee,
Kensington High Street's happy.
yeah, he's got a new football.
Like he's got a new ball.
but
So,
yeah, no. If we're going to move on to the second half, I thought it was quite poor. I thought it was average United.
they came into it, Fulham, and they're one of those teams that at home,
Yeah, they came into it, but
they've
we
got their
went.
style of playing, haven't they?
They have. Listen, they're a good side, but we went ahead. I wouldn't even say deservedly ahead in the second half. Well, on the basis of the second half, but we went ahead. And then that's the time you want some control in the game. And I didn't understand the substitutions. I didn't understand the substitutions. Like, he takes Ahmad off and puts Dallo on, which actually his error led to the goal. But I'm not just saying it because of that. There was nothing wrong on that right hand side. They weren't really troubling us
Is
in the
it
first
early
half.
in the season? They need to get some minutes in those legs. Is it?
Possibly, but like you say,
Maybe he's saving him for Grimsby.
But it's like you say, does he know how to win a game? All right, and then the centre midfield, he brought on. He took Casemiro off, and he brought on.
Well, Ugarte again came on, didn't he?
Yeah, but Ugarte came on after, but he moved Mount into the midfield with Bruno, which again you're thinking, why? That's never going to work. If you're going
Is
to
he
do
going to
that,
last this guy?
Might as well
If,
stick Mainoo on.
if,
But the Ugarte thing was quickly. I'm going to say the Ugarte thing. He should have had my view. Bring Mainoo on who could keep the ball, take the sting out of the game a little bit, put his foot on the ball.
what's to
But
do with Kobe Mainu?
he doesn't want to play him with Bruno. He don't see him as someone who could play the number 6 role.
Is
He
Kobe
sees him as
leaving?
another. Well, if he's only ever going to play when Bruno's not in that midfield, then this is not
And
good
who's
for him.
linked? Where's he going?
No, it's not been linked with anyone specific, but I don't think he will be leaving. But listen, you can't keep a player like that out of the side for too long. That would disappoint me if he was to go because he's a good player.
You guys do your best to get rid of these players that come in, look like they're doing all right. Then you guys just can't keep them happy.
Yeah, you've got to play him. Mainly would not be interested in going anywhere if he was playing.
If you were a betting man, is he seeing out the season, Amarim?
Yeah, I think he will. I think he will. I think he's got to do. He's got to get some results. We'll see where he's in November. We're playing. We've got Burnley on Saturday, which has to be 3 points. Performance, no performance, whatever it is, he's got to win that game because after that we've got City and Chelsea.
For 30 games, he hasn't won back-to-back games.
No, he's got to start winning games. He's got to start winning games. It's not been the easiest start of the season. Let's be honest. But
come on, away at Fulham, like
no, but we had Arsenal as well first game.
Yeah, I understand that game, but so it's at home.
It's at home, but it's not the easiest start.
You don't have to lose.
No, I agree. I agree.
All right. Let's talk Chelsea.
Yeah.
Are they the real deal? Drew first day of the season. Gone unbeaten. What's looking like a poor West Ham team at the moment.
They're looking bloody awful. Honestly. So bad, it's unreal. What a terrible start they've had.
What's going on?
Yeah,
let's talk Potter then, and we'll go on to Chelsea because I think I think it's only fair. We got to give praise for the good as well. We can't just be looking at what's the negative, what's bad.
No, of course.
Potter is I've defended that guy in the past, and I thought
I was with you. I was defending.
Got his job at Chelsea.
He did, yeah.
Maybe even was let go a bit prematurely at Chelsea, possibly.
I thought he was, but it wasn't going their way.
Because whoever came in after was just as bad. Now, but he's looking awful.
He's got his feet under the tape. Yeah, he's got his feet under.
And it kind of is his team. I understand he'd only maybe had one window, but
he's had them since. When did he take over? January? Or was it a little bit later?
I've been there as long as Amarim, to be fair.
Yeah, so, and
they've shipped in 8 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, and they don't look good. They don't look like scoring either.
Well, they scored the cracker from Paqueta.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then there was one
in the
where
first
there was
few minutes, but then after that,
literally a foot. Chances. They were a foot away from going 2 up, though.
Yeah, but that was once Chelsea got into the game and they started scoring, and the mistakes by the goalkeeper as well. They just couldn't do anything after that. They just didn't even look like scoring for the majority of the game, and they were playing at home as well. So you'd expect a bit more fight, a bit more poise, pushing at least for a result. But it's just like they were swept aside so easily by Chelsea.
There are legs in that midfield, is there? You got Ward-Prowse in there, who's good deliveries, but
absolutely no legs.
Souček not really getting it around the pitch. Souček, good for a header or 2 here and there, but he's not exactly like your up and down guy. They're playing Paqueta there.
There's no legs, and then obviously they're playing against Chelsea, who's got Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez there as well. So can get about
someone like Neto as well.
Yeah, Pedro, of course. Yeah,
fullback areas, Cucurella and that Gusto. They're not exactly they're non-stop as well.
Yeah, no, I think a bit surprised because he started with Delap and João Pedro, but still early days. But I think they could grow into a good team.
Why are people surprised with Chelsea? They spent a lot of money. What's the surprise? Well, not the surprise, but you know what I mean. Why is there like?
I think it's more of a case that they haven't really been around in the last few seasons around the top of the table or fighting for the title. They haven't done that for a while.
Todd Bowley
So
spent about £1 billion.
yeah, he did. But a lot of it was Willy Lilly. A lot of these players, I don't think anyone could keep up with who he bought and who they've sold or whatever. So, but it looks like a team is emerging out of that. Um, they've got their forwards. I would have thought Donnarumma would have been so suited for them. By the way, um, no, they haven't got
Neto's
many
looking like the player we know
weaknesses.
from Wolves.
Yeah, yeah, he's looking really, really good.
Good player.
Um, yeah, good player. So
But
no,
you worry for
I've
West Ham.
sorry.
You worry for West Ham, do you?
Yeah, very much so. It's like you say, they've got no legs in that midfield. It's not just performances. You look at their team and you look at their squad and you think, so much is lacking here. They haven't even got a proper goal scorer. You know, I know they've got Bowen, he does nick a lot of goals for them, but got to get the best out of him. And the first 2 games of the season, I think it's going to be a struggle for him as well because of the team he's
I hope
playing
not.
for.
He's another one in my dream team, so I hope not, but we'll see.
Yeah, but it's not looking bright at the moment.
All right. Another unbeaten side, Arsenal.
Yeah,
Emphatic
big
win,
result.
5-0.
Mm.
You again were on Gokeres's case last week.
No, I was just saying he looked a bit fat and heavy and sluggish.
You know.
His running looked a bit awkward. But now he's off and running now. He's got his goal. It was a good goal.
2.
Well, the penalty. Yeah.
Then again, corners.
Yeah, that's what they do.
2 corners.
Yeah, that's what they're about.
Is it looking like a different team this year?
For Arsenal.
Eze as well. Apparently,
It's got.
he's
Well,
called
Saka's out.
Arteta. What's that about?
Sorry?
He's picked up the phone and called Arteta. That's what.
Yeah, I've got to be careful what I say here because the Spurs fans are going to start coming for me. But the guy really didn't want to sign for him. I mean, he's about to join a football club. Instead of it being the best ever of his life, it was almost like it was the worst day of his life. And he picked up the phone, must have asked a few people, anyone got Lego Head's number? And someone passed it over. And he
Arteta,
called
when
him.
you say Lego Head, right?
Well, everyone knows who Lego Head is. You
Okay.
work it out. But and then he's phoned him. He's actually phoned the old artichoke and said to him, "Hey, artichoke, I'm available if you want me." And he's gone for him. Spurs have missed out again. To be honest, right? I know we're talking about Arsenal here, but come on, man, Spurs can't allow themselves to get in such situations. It's just embarrassing.
He was never going Spurs band.
No, exactly. He
My
was never going
theory
Spurs.
is, so I've been telling all the Spurs fans all week, you weren't going to get him. They're like, oh no, Levy could have got the deal done quicker. We could
Nah,
have. I'll read between lines what they're saying. Yeah, let me break this down. What they're really saying. Levy could have got the deal over the line before we knew what was going on. We could have duped him. He could have been signed, and we could have had him. And Eze wasn't going to sign for Spurs before the 30th or the 31st of August, or that 1st or the 2nd, whenever that window closes. He was never, ever signing for Spurs until he knew, hang on, there's a chance out of this window I'm going to end up staying at Palace.
Well, yeah. And
he didn't want to stay at Palace.
No, he wanted to move on this summer. But who's to say if Levy moved quicker, Eze weren't phoning Artichoke earlier? He would have done. That's what I'm saying. And also, let's not be naive here. Agents talk, players talk, and whatever happened, he would have known Arsenal held some kind of interest in him.
Yeah.
He would have known that from before. And he probably longed it out.
He's there now, though. Good luck to him.
Yeah, good luck to him. But they've lost Saka.
Is he the guy that can help him over the line?
Quite possibly so. I rate him. I think he's a really, really good player. I need to see him play for Arsenal and see how they use him and see what kind of impact he has for them.
Well, this week, Madueke, I think, started the other day out on the left. Yeah. He's going to move over to the right now. Saka's injured for a few weeks.
Yeah, but
assuming he is injured, that's a club that's renowned for players injured that actually come out and play the next week. But let's give them benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
and so I wouldn't be surprised to see him line up against Liverpool next Sunday.
Mm,
And in addition to that, they lost Odegaard. He's
yeah.
limped off.
But they got
Um,
Nyanreri there as well, and they've
and
still
there
and
he's
Eze could play in that number 10 role as well, can't he? So
yeah. And then in addition, so Havertz got injured apparently, and that's why Eze landed up there, or so they say. But
nah, I think they would have got him anyway. I think they still would have gone in.
good weekend for Timber. A couple of goals for him.
Yeah, but listen, yeah, well, good weekend for Timber. Very good weekend for Timber. But also, like we said, we touched on Gokares. That could be the first of many now. He got his couple of goals. Will that, open the way for him to start being prolific for them?
Went to the camera, played with his hair. I think that
Yeah,
was in response to the week before. People saying he touched his hair more than he
yeah, it was
touched the ball.
touches. Yeah, he tried to be funny. Then he did the old Batman or whatever it
And
is.
they've got a song for him, the Arsenal
Have they?
fans. Well, one that I don't think they've nicked.
No
Because I've
way.
seen they're going with this Eze song now, which they've nicked for, Liverpool have been singing for Chiesa, actually, of all
Oh, okay.
people, for
Yeah,
the last sort of 4 or 5
yeah, yeah,
months at least.
yeah.
And Arsenal nicked the song.
But they do that. They do that.
And they've
Not
got no shame. When you call them out on it, no shame. So
nah. They're quite
what's
proud
wrong?
of.
It's not your song. You didn't write
Yeah.
it. You're not Chaz and Dave. You didn't write it. Uh, um,
but you got to listen. Yeah, listen. They're not the most creative bunch, are they? But we've got to mention the kid who come on, Dalman.
Dalman,
I
highly
know you.
rated.
No, I know you were saying. You're very cautious in um, like going overboard with kids and all that. But
Nah,
the boy has made his debut at 15 years old, which is absolutely incredible, and he had an impact on the game. He won the penalty.
I mean, you won a penalty. I mean,
But he's 15.
it was 4-0 at the time. I mean, was
Ah,
it?
he's still.
And some people question whether it was actually a penalty.
Yeah, I know, but um,
But
great
yeah,
first touch.
15 years old.
Ball was swept
No,
right over to great
all,
first touch.
all jokes aside, all winding up aside. Uh,
It's 15.
yeah,
That's
a lot of
incredible.
people saying a lot of good things about him.
Mm.
And,
You can see he's got
fair play to
something.
the lad. Fair
Yeah,
play to the lad. And you know
yeah.
what? It shows a bit of fearlessness now, which some players would have in the past maybe crumbled. So I don't know. You're seeing this now where they're throwing these younger lads in,
I think I
and
think that's.
maybe previously they'd have lacked a bit of the physicality as well.
But the game's changed a lot. The game isn't as physical. Look, when I say physical, I mean the
Well,
tackles and this and that.
there's
It's not.
VAR and cameras everywhere, so
And
it's not like you're
yeah,
gonna,
yeah, exactly.
you
So
know,
if
the old put one on him.
you can't do that anymore.
Well, Gordon tried to put
Gordon,
one on.
Gordon did, but that's what happens.
Yeah,
But like yeah, they get sent off. But the thing is, like, with if you're fit and you're quick enough and you're um, sharp enough and you're meant, obviously the clubs won't just throw him in like Rio for Liverpool today and Dalman for Arsenal on Saturday. They wouldn't be throwing them in if they did think the boys could mentally handle it. So I don't think it's every case. Like when you're saying to me, "Oh, they just throw them in now," I think it'd be specific
if you're
ones.
if you're good enough, you're old enough, right?
Yeah, exactly that. And I don't think you're likely to get hurt like you would have done in the past. So, listen, good luck to
Can Arsenal win the league this season?
No,
No. Okay.
no, not with that manager. No,
Not with that manager. Okay.
they've got the
Let's
players
run
to
through,
win the league.
let's
But
have a look at let's quickly run through some of these other fixtures from the weekend. And it was an interesting one because some of the teams that we thought would struggle the week before have ended up with wins. And the teams they're beating, you're thinking, oh, maybe they're going to struggle. So there's going to be a lot of strugglers this season, and it'll
yeah,
be the worst of the strugglers. But, well, as with anyone, I mean, I'm not stating the
well,
obvious.
that's every season, though,
That's
isn't
every
it?
season, but that's what I'm saying. There's going to be these strugglers, and they're all going to be like beating each other and whatever. And we'll see who emerges as a.
This is why we're saying West Ham have been the worst because over the two games there's been
Well, you got.
consistently bad.
So let's start at Bournemouth Wolves.
Mm.
So Bournemouth nicking a win there,
Yeah, yeah,
1-0.
1-0. So That was good. But Wolves, I think,
Tavernier,
yeah, Tavernier. I'll be honest, I've never saw the goal.
yeah,
But I knew the result. But again, Wolves, I think I worry for Wolves as well a little bit.
that's what I mean. But you're going to worry for a lot of teams when we're going to run
Yeah.
through these. But yeah, good win for Bournemouth. They're up
Mm,
and running.
mm. But
After
they
the
got a good manager. I did say to you, I think they're the ones. I'll go with it. They're going to be the surprise.
I've seen tonight they're linked with Disassi,
Mm,
the
of
centre
Chelsea.
back,
Yeah.
to come into
Yeah,
as one
listen,
of
I
the
said that though. They weren't going to allow those defenders go and bring
yeah
no one in.
yeah.
And they've
So
kept their forward players. So
Brentford Villa,
Brentford won. And they didn't have a good start to the season either that last week.
Ouattara debut
Yeah.
goal,
Yeah. Well, from
Dango,
Bournemouth. Yeah. Yeah. Um, got worried for not
Hendo.
worry, but I
I
don't.
mean,
I'm not convinced that Villa will have a good season.
well, they're
As,
another team in the Newcastle boat. Got owners with money, but can't spend it.
yeah, but they haven't done anything of note.
Well, they can't. Their
No.
hands are tied.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is. But so yeah, Brentford got the win. I think it's gonna be it's difficult. It's difficult to say because these teams lose one week, win the next. It's just like everyone's beating everyone at
Yeah,
that level. That so I don't know.
I think
Good
there'll
win
be
for them, home
business.
win.
I think there'll be some business there this week, Villa. Actually, I'll be surprised if there's not like one or two in what maybe
There
possibly
has to
one
be
or two.
something. Well, they let Ramsey go as well, so they brought in a bit of money.
Yeah.
So
Um, Burnley, Sunderland. Sunderland, I thought somehow would win this, but Burnley
again, but yeah,
2-0.
Burnley, who lost to Spurs last week quite easily,
Sunderland
put in a
beat West Ham, but
yeah,
looks like there's going to be a lot of teams beating West Ham.
yeah. But then Burnley cut, good win.
Yeah,
So
2-0.
so again, it's another
And
one
a clean
where
sheet.
yeah. So again, it's another one where you're thinking, I didn't see that one. I didn't think they would win.
Yeah.
I thought that Sunderland would get at least a draw there, but Burnley won.
Palace Forest, 1-1.
1-1.
But this game's marred by a lot of things going on, right? There's
Yeah.
both ends of the pitch. So let's start. So Palace, Guehi wants out. They're not letting him play. Rumour has it they want him to play the second leg of this Europa game, so that they can try and secure that, and then they'll look to see what they can do there. Forest, wow, don't know what's gone on there, but Nuno almost angling for the sack.
He's asked for it, hasn't he, basically?
Well,
He's told the world that you don't get on with the
that's
chairman,
what people
Marinakis.
said. These managers don't walk out anymore because they're on such good money.
Oh, they're not
They
walking out.
they want the payoff, and he's sitting there saying, "Yeah, communication's awful. Don't hear from them. Yeah, there are problems behind the scenes."
But what has caused the problems? Did he want players which they never brought in? I mean, he's got a good
Well,
side there.
he's had 4 players in the last week, 10 days apparently.
Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. What's it
Um,
all about?
the big stories I'm hearing from that is him and Edu don't see eye to eye.
Eddie's just come through the door, hasn't he? Really,
But
been there
they
for a
haven't
few
got on
months.
from day dot apparently. So there's some talk there, but it's a shame because they're a good team. He's got a good squad there. He's got some good players there. He can
Yeah,
could have
yeah,
nicked that like
yeah. He
yesterday.
has.
They could have
Yeah,
nicked that at the end yesterday, or what?
yeah. Right at the end, they were lucky. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, they could have won that game. And he's replaced Elanga with Ndoye. Was it Ndoye on
yeah,
the
and
right?
yeah,
Yeah, looked good
good
as well.
impact.
Looked really good. Yeah. And then Hudson Odoi on the other side is really good. So he's got a good
Strange.
side there. That and
And
I
Ange
think
link there. So that'll be an extreme, won't it? Was
big
that the
contrast,
same? Was
big
that
difference.
did Ange follow Nuno to Spurs, or was there someone in between?
Nah, Conte.
Was it
I think,
Conti? Yeah, it was
yeah.
Conti. But
But the thing is with Ange,
big contrasting styles, right? You've got Nuno who's organised, keeps a
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
balanced team,
Yeah, he
and
plays on
Ange
the
is going to go
counter.
and plays end to end.
Yeah, which I think that'd be a very bad move if
He's going to go
Marinakis gets
think
in.
he's playing against Wraith and Fulfar again. But yeah,
That would
okay.
be. But yeah, no. Watch his space.
It
Will
can't. I don't
Nuno
think that.
be in as for still be Forest manager when we have our next pod? Who
I
knows?
don't think he can be. I'll be surprised if he's Forest manager in 2 months. Put it that way.
Forget
Um,
2 months. It's going to
I
be
don't
done
think it'll be a
quickly.
month actually, maybe up to
Yeah,
the international break,
that's what
but
I'm thinking.
that seems untenable.
I think
That
it's a shame for the Forest fans there because they've got a good team.
they have they
Yeah,
have. We'll see how it goes.
yeah, yeah.
Everton Brighton.
Everton in their new stadium.
I knew they'd win that, and someone at work said to me, "How comes you thought it would be Everton?" And I said, "Well, it's a new stadium. They're up for
Let's
it.
go.
Their fans are going to
Grealish.
get behind." Hey, Everton were going to win that yesterday.
Yeah.
I knew Everton were going to win that yesterday. I certainly
Grealish
weren't going
making
to
his
lose
debut.
it.
Yeah, Grealish making his debut as well.
Grealish, yeah, making his
He
full
looked good, you know.
debut.
Yeah.
Um, he's a good player, Jack, isn't he?
Yeah, you just got to allow him to play his stuff and just give him that little bit of freedom within a system. And he's very effective. He actually got he made both goals.
Yeah, he did.
He
Yeah.
made both goals. So 2 assists.
I like
First one
that
special
Ndaya
as
as
well.
well. The other Ndaya, good player,
Yeah, yeah. And
lively.
they've just got Dibbling in as well, and Dewsbury Hall in there.
And you know
So
what, David Moyes? I bet West Ham are thinking, "Oh, we could do it with David Moyes."
oh bloody hell! Let's not go there because I couldn't believe from the outside that
Well,
they wanted him gone.
well, I want to touch on this actually. I am going to go back to Potter because me and you were having a chat on Saturday when we met up, and we were talking about Potter, and we kind of spoke about Brighton and how
Mm,
the infrastructure there is like makes
mm.
managers maybe seem that bit better.
Well, they've all gone in there and done well. From Chris Hughton, they've all gone in there and done well, and I'm um, starting to think it might be the structure there and the staff they've got there and the way they do things there that elevates the manager as opposed to the manager going in there and being the one who's making it all work and click and everything like that. Because Potter's at West Ham, I can't see none of what was
Well,
going on at Brighton there.
I mean, I listened to a podcast once with Paul Barber,
Mm.
and he was saying how Brighton are 3 steps ahead, Banjo.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
They know now who's going to replace everyone and anyone
At the club,
from when Caicedo left to
yeah.
McAllister left,
They've got
managers left,
yeah.
Pascal
Step
Gross left,
yeah, yeah.
to people leave.
They know who's going to replace Belieber as they are now.
Belieber, they've got someone. Of course
They've
they
got
have.
someone, but what they've done with this way of working, they've and they get some good money for these players as well, Cucurella's and people like that as well. Ben White's and there's more.
Yeah.
Um, so it stabilises the club. Plus, their level of performance is good, and they're a solid Premier League club now.
Surely the next one's Mitroma, right? Or Balaba, well, either one of
Oh yeah,
them.
they've got their replacement. They'll know how to replace them. They've got it all worked out. Even the manager.
Yeah.
They'll
Oh,
know.
they've
So
got
now,
squad.
hat off to them. And this is what I'm saying: was Potter really as good as he was, or was it the support he had at being a club like that,
Yeah.
working as part of that
Well,
team, that structure?
we're starting to see that,
Yeah,
it could be.
yeah.
Um, Pickford, I want to speak while we're on Everton, sort of, back to there. Gets a lot of stick, Pickford, but been
I
there a lot
like
of
him.
years.
I like him.
Steady job.
Yeah,
England #1
for years, for
for years.
years.
Why is it Everton?
Do you know what? Yeah, it was at Sunderland to start with, and they moved to Everton.
Why is it not
Um,
United?
I'd have had him
Why is it not at Chelsea?
exactly, or Spurs even. They're three clubs who haven't got convincing goalkeepers at all. So
What's the deal then? What's your
I don't
thoughts?
know. Does it go back to that? Not not great with his feet, building from the back and all that. Does it go back down to that again? All I know is he's a good keeper,
Does he
and
like
he's
being busy?
hmm?
Does he like being
So
busy?
you think maybe he wouldn't be as good if he's got less to do?
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
Some
quite
keepers are good
possibly.
at keeping their concentration, obviously, and knowing that they have to do it in moments.
Yeah, but he would
And
have had a lot to do at United and Spurs in the last few years. That's for sure. But no, I think what I like. I think he's got a good, strong mentality. I think he's a big game keeper as well. He it doesn't phase him, and I'm saying that obviously off the back of his England performances
Yeah,
more than anything. But even yes, I think am I right in saying? Oh, here we go. Before someone pulls, but I think that was his third penalty on the trot you saved.
don't know,
For,
but one of
for
your
Everton.
stats last week was a shocker, and I hope you're going to apologise for that.
I apologise. Just tested if people were listening.
Yeah, yeah. What was it? Brentford. They've only was it Brentford or
Oh,
Bournemouth?
I don't even know. I heard something on Talksport,
Brentford
but
haven't conceded more than a goal in a game, and I'm
no, I
getting
said
uh,
more than two.
more than I'm getting all these screenshots from left, right, and centre from people going, Here's a load of games. Show Banjo these."
That's good.
Well, I wish they'd message
Just
you, not me. But
no,
yeah,
yeah, well, yeah, well, I'm just making sure no one falls asleep after listening to you rabbiting on for half an hour. So I often come out with the odd thing like that just to see, just test people if they're still awake, and clearly they are. So that's good news.
but yeah, no. That bit of information last week, guys. No, they have not conceded more than two for like however many years Banjo was saying. Probably haven't done it for 3 months, let alone years and months. But yeah. Okay. Let's wrap up, Banjo. It's that
All
time
right,
of night.
let's go.
Chump of the week.
Ooh,
So let's start with your champ of the week.
champ of the week. I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it to Gokares. Not that I thought his performance was brilliant or anything, but he's got his two goals. His first game at home at Arsenal, and he's got his two
Oh,
goals.
there we go. You're trying to make friends now.
Nah, just giving it to him is the obvious one.
Okay. Well, I had a good think on this, and I had a few candidates in the window. Um, I'm not going to go as obvious as Rio, although there are arguments.
Mm.
Um, I think, do you know what? Just because I like a little comeback story and I like a little bit of whatever, I'm going to give it a Jack this week. He's gone
Okay,
there. Jack
yeah, that's fair
Grealish.
enough.
He's gone. He's,
But yeah,
could see a smile on his face because
smile on his face.
I
He
think
came
he's
out there
actually
with his baby.
genuinely a nice guy as well.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. You hear he
When
does a lot
when
of
you
good
hear all the
things off.
stories about him
Yeah,
off the
off the
pitch and
pitch.
with his own family and stuff as well
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
with the
And it was a
challenges.
nice moment. He looked happy. He came out with his young baby, and
Yeah.
it was
So
a
I'm going
good
to give
day
it to
for him.
Jack this week.
Yeah, it
I
was good
think
to see him play with a smile on his face. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
Jack is my champ of the week.
All right.
Champ of the week.
Anthony Gordon.
Okay.
I think he let his team down tonight, and it was
Missed a couple
unnecessary.
of chances before that foul.
Yeah, but we said this last week. Like when they played Villa, I said if they had a proper centre forward, they would have scored because he missed one with his head as well last week, and he'd done the same thing again this week. Like this is why I said to you, I don't think he is a centre forward. I think he's a good player,
Yeah.
and he was actually playing all right today as well until we went and done that. So, but yeah, he's the chump of the week. That he let his team down. Let his team down tonight. You?
Okay. Well, I've got two or three names here. Um, Gordon wasn't on the list.
He
Um,
was.
Graham Potter's actually on my list because he's not covering
You've got it
himself
in
in
for him,
anything.
have you? We've
No,
started this
because
show, we've
I tell you
ended the
what,
show, and he's come up about 5-6 times
I'll tell you what I've
throughout
got it in for
the
him.
situation. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I've got in for him because I
Go on,
backed
go.
him a lot.
So he's
I
making you
backed
look
him.
like a chump now.
He's making me look like a chump. So yeah.
They're taking it
But
personal.
unfortunately, the winner for this week isn't either of those.
Who? Come on.
I'm going with Trafford. I think he killed his team. I think he killed his team. He's been given a chance. Embrace a chance. When you're given it, you've got to take it with open
I'm going to
arms.
argue that point with you, though. I will argue that point. I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, he made a big error. He's killed his team.
Killed his team.
But that wouldn't have been a decision he made. That was a mistake. Whereas I think Anthony Gordon, as good as killed his team tonight,
Yeah, he
over
slipped a bit, Gordon, as well.
over a decision he made.
He's he's made a poor decision there, Banjo. He's laid the ball to his defender with someone right up his backside.
But he meant well.
He meant well. Okay, that's okay. Gordon meant well. I mean, people mean well all the time, but come on. let's get real. No, chump of the week, Trafford.
Oh,
Um,
fair enough.
and to Geordies, I'm sorry if you're listening. Not only have we given you a beating tonight, we're also probably going to take your best player this week. But anyway,
Wow, the arrogance, it's unreal.
that I think brings us to the end of another episode. Any closing notes, Banjo?
No, closing notes. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Just want to say quickly, happy it's all back. Enjoying the Premier League. I was watching as much as I can, and I'm enjoying having the conversations with everything about the Premier League and football.
Yeah, agreed. And yeah, for any listeners out there, by all means, press the like button, press the dislike button, comment,
Subscribe.
ask any questions.
Yeah,
We're here.
we are here. And tell us your chumps and champs of the week.
Yeah, it'd be good to
Let
hear
us
them.
know. Are we missing people out here or whatever?
Well, apart from yourself. But yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks for listening.
Brilliant. Thanks, everyone.